Judaism is a religion that welcomes all to participate. We don't proselytize, we're not looking for others to become Jewish. But if you have an inspiration, if you have a reason why you want to become Jewish, we welcome it and we appreciate it. So how does someone actually convert to Judaism? And what does it mean to convert to Judaism? The word convert, it doesn't really do justice. As a matter of fact, in the original text of the Bible, it does not use the word convert. It says the words ger shenit gayer. A stranger, someone who is not part of their religion, who became part of their religion. And the concept is not that you are converting per self, you're still going to be who you are, but it's rather transforming. And if this is something that you really want to do, then it's important to think deeply and understand the implications and the opportunities of what it does mean to become a Jew. Starting with the questions why. Why would you want to become a Jew? What is the motivation? So Judaism, for thousands of years, have opened its doors and welcomed anyone who wants to join the Jewish religion for the purpose of getting closer to their soul, getting closer to God, with no other ulterior motives. It's not like I want to convert to Judaism because I met a Jewish spouse and my future in-laws will not accept me unless I convert. Well, it's a valid reason to want to convert, but is that really the reason why you're converting? Is it because you want to transform your spiritual connection to God, the trajectory of spiritual revelation that you have been currently living is not doing what it needs to do for you, that you want to find a more spiritual meaning in life? So that is the concept of converting to Judaism. That a person wants to convert to Judaism is because they want to embrace a religion, they want to embrace God, and they want to embrace everything that the religion is about. And that is the concept of converting to Judaism, embracing Judaism. Not so you should start enjoying eating lox and bagels and having latkes on Hanukkah. That's not what Judaism is about. Judaism is a very, very deep spiritual experience that has with it 3,300 years of history. Many of times over the 40 years that I've been a rabbi, I've had many prospects who came to my office who wants to convert to Judaism. The majority of them were for marriage purposes, and some was truly just had a calling. They were not satisfied with their spiritual experience that they've had until now. They're looking for something more, and they are inspired about it. But I would always counter and say, why do you want to become part of a religion that you become a target? Forever, people want to annihilate us. People want to destroy us. People want to kill us. Why do you want to become part of that? In addition, becoming a Jew means you're transforming your whole lifestyle. Until now, you are free to eat whatever you want to eat, to work as many days a week as you want, to sleep with whoever you want. You can do whatever you want. There's no real religious limitations. But becoming a Jew, all of a sudden, You're transforming not into a religion, but into a lifestyle. And this lifestyle comes with it many responsibilities, many guidelines. Not rules, I don't like to call them rules or restrictions, but rather guidelines. When you embrace Judaism, you're embracing a lifestyle that has been introduced by God Almighty 3,300 years ago in Mount Sinai through the Ten Commandments and the Torah. In the scriptures, it explicitly tells us the guidelines that we need to live by from the moment we wake in the morning till we go to sleep at night. Our whole day is embedded with godliness and our connection to God. From the moment we wake up, how we are supposed to wake up and pray, what we are allowed to eat or not allowed to eat, when we go to work, how we are supposed to conduct business, the words we say, how many days a week we could work, we can't work on Saturday, and the foods that we eat during the day has to be kosher foods. And of course, when it comes to personal relationships, you need to marry a Jewish spouse and be respectful, exclusive to that Jewish spouse. Even the once a week, 24 hours of Sabbath comes with it so many guidelines that has to be totally different than the rest of the week. We cannot use any electronics, we cannot travel, we cannot cook. Judaism is not all that you can't do. Because before someone converts to Judaism, there's very little that you're told you cannot do in your personal day-to-day life. But in Judaism, every minute of the day, every hour of the day, there is something that you could do or cannot do. So it's a transformation. It's a huge transformation. And I don't recommend it for someone unless they really want it, unless they feel that they're ready for it, that they need it. But I have come to learn something very interesting. When a prospective convert comes to me and is very interested in converting to Judaism, and they really want to go through this whole process and do it right, I mean, there are drive-through conversions. You could take a 6-week course and you'll get a certificate, say now you're a Jew. That's not being honest to yourself. It's not being honest to your soul. It's not being honest to the world. Because if you're really converting and you want to do it, then you want to do it according to the laws of the Torah that has been given 3,300 years ago. And to convert correctly and traditionally requires huge sacrifices and commitment and compromises. When someone is really willing to do it, it tells me that they have a Jewish soul, that there's a burning fire in them to take this leap of faith for a reason. And I believe, and in the words of the Kabbalah of mysticism, it talks about this, that when a person actually is so committed, it's an indication that their soul is truly a Jewish soul, but has gone astray over the generations through so much assimilation and people transforming to different replacements, different countries. So when you are really committed to Judaism and you really want to do it, is an indication that you do have a Jewish soul. So if you have the fiery desire to become a Jew, pursue it. Pursue it. Meet a rabbi. Meet a synagogue who's traditional, who follows the tradition of 3,300 years. I don't like using the words orthodox because that's a label. I use the words more traditional. Someone who is traditionally living the true Torah life to guide you. So what does it take to convert? It takes to convert is knowledge. You need to actually study and learn the religion, to know the whole life cycle from birth to death, to know the yearly cycle, and to actually learn and study the Bible. Learn how to pray. Learn how to read Hebrew. Learn the prayers you need to say at different life events. Learn the prayers you need to say on the foods that you eat. Totally embrace the religion as a whole. When you have successfully, academically, amassed enough knowledge to function as a Jewish person, so you know the laws of keeping kosher, you know the laws of Sabbath, you know the laws of interpersonal relationships, of family purity, there are a lot of data to learn. So that's the first step, is to actually study and learn the religion, to know it, to know its mechanics, and to know the do's and don'ts. Once you have mastered that, it usually can take up to a year, unless you're academically advanced and gifted that you could study the material sooner. But usually there's a very good curriculum that you'll be provided by Jewish court of law. You follow the curriculum, and you have a good mentor, a good tutor, a good teacher that could guide you through it. In about a year, you should be able to accomplish this. If at the end of the year, after you have studied everything you need to study, and you know everything you know, and you still want to do it, then there are 3 parts left. Part number 1, for a male, if you have not had a circumcision, then you're going to have a circumcision. As an adult, this would be done in a doctor's office with a mohel present. If you have had the circumcision, then there's a procedure, which is a painless procedure just to draw a tiny bit of blood from the foreskin that changes the circumcision that you had into a religious ceremony. And the next part is to immerse in a mikveh, in a ritual bath, in the presence of witnesses. When you immerse and you emerge, that's when your Jewish soul gets blown into you. And the third part is accepting in front of the 3 witnesses, in front of the 3 rabbis, that you are promising to follow all the precepts of the Torah as best as possible. That is the process of conversion. There was once a non-Jew who came to the great sage Hillel and asked, "I want to convert to Judaism. Teach me the whole Torah on 1 foot." And Hillel answered him and said, "Love your fellow as yourself. Don't do upon others you don't want to be done to you." And the rest is all commentary. And we have throughout Jewish history so many giants who started out as a convert. So if you are considering converting to Judaism, don't discount the inspiration. It could be a message from your soul in heaven, sending you subliminal messages that you need to join the Jewish nation. You want to join this nation that is referred to a mamlechet kohanim, a priestly nation and a holy nation. When you do succeed and convert, you will receive a certificate so that your identity will never ever be questioned. Because once a Jew, always a Jew. And we certainly hope that this journey of becoming a Jew is embraced with all earnestness and seriousness. It's not like immigrating to a country where you get a visa and now you become part of the country and you get free to do whatever you want. It's a rite of passage to a greater meaningful life, to live a life like a Jew. You'll have a new connection with God. Our sages tell us someone who converts is like a child who is born. Your whole life that preceded this gets erased, and you're starting a fresh new life. One of our greatest converts in history is Ruth. If you follow the story of Ruth, how she came from a royalty from the Moabites, and she found her way to Judaism. And she gave up so much for this journey. Through her sacrifices, She was blessed that her descendant will be King David, and ultimately the Messiah, who's going to bring redemption to the whole world, would be from her descendants. So conversion is a journey well worth to take, but take it seriously and responsibly. And it will be a life changer, because you are not just changing your life, you're changing the trajectory of generations down the road. God welcomes converts. The Jewish nation welcomes converts. We welcome you as one of our own. Remember, 3,300 years ago at Mount Sinai, we all converted. So we are all converts in our own sense. So you are part of our family. We welcome you, we love you, and we hope that you take it seriously and you commit, and you'll see the blessings. Our sages tell us, God says, open me up, put in enough effort, as little as the head of a pin, and I will open up a wide opening as an opening to a big ballroom. So God is waiting for you. Don't hold back. We only have one life to live. Make this life meaningful. God bless you. God loves you.